Hello, Swenkly here. I might be in a predicament. Just a little. Yes, this is a deviation off of what the normal broadcast usually is on this channel. And yes, I went radio silent after making a Swenkly's back video. There's a lot of stories to that. So, let's get into it. And also, let's talk about why I'm in Minecraft and also in a bad situation. We'll start off with one. Swenkly is back. And I just wanted to start talking about the channel. So, I had some very bold goals for my YouTube channel, and I was working towards it, and it just was not working out. Like, it just was not working out, and YouTube is really rough when it comes to music. And I was putting in a lot of time live mixing all of my mixes. You could see that in some of my recent ones, like it's on Rekordbox. I was using a DJ deck, a Pioneer deck, to mix them, and you just put all this work in just for it to get blocked fully, which is fair. I mean, it's copyright. I don't own it. I don't own it. Like, that makes sense. But also, I don't get paid, and it's just a fun passion of mine that I want to share. And it was just really tough, kind of that happening a lot. And so the goal of Swenkly is back, that video, was to kind of boost me back into it. And I think I set the bar too high. I think that was it. That I set the bar too high, and it was not working out for me. And I kind of lost my passion for making DJ mixes. Some people just lose their passions at times. And it was tough. It was tough. I think it was a accumulation of a lot of things within this equation happening. And I really was just, I can't do it. So I've been gaming a lot, which I stream occasionally on Twitch. And sometimes post stuff on TikTok, but I just wasn't taking the gaming seriously either, which I've always wanted to do. As you could tell, I had some really old videos of playing Halo and Fortnite of like 10 years ago. But it was just hard for me to find that niche, And I think the music kind of took off in a good way. And 100,000 people saw one of my mixes. Oh my gosh, dude. In one of the feature episodes of this playthrough, I will talk about that Tame Impala mix and why I made it. But for now, just a good story for later. But yeah, I just thought it was such a fun thing that took off on my channel. Really, it was fun. DJing, come on, dude, that's so fun. It's just like a passion and a little bit of art that I was able to produce. Now, I've wanted to do a playthrough of Minecraft. Playthroughs are very interesting. Playthroughs are pretty interesting. And I find that the new version of Minecraft, the newest versions of Minecraft, they're just too easy. And you might be thinking, what does that mean? Easy. How are they easy? Or, how are those modes easy? That doesn't make sense. Well, the truth is that I've been playing Minecraft since launch week. My brother got me this account when he got it for himself initially. I just like to think he got it for me also. I had a surgery. It was a great time just to find a new game. This is like a new concept to me, I would say, especially like the creativity. And I played from that beginning and onward for a long time. But specifically I didn't really know what I was doing. Like, that was what I was just playing survival, and all I do is like build houses and little farms and take over villages and use their houses, and that was about it. I'd go to the Nether, but like the Nether was horrifying and difficult, and I just would not go there, and so I never defeated the Ender Dragon, and up until a couple years ago. And that's why I just think the new modes are, the new versions, the new modes, whatever you want to call it, they're just way easier because of all the quality of life, which as we go through this playthrough, we're going to realize that some of that quality of life is important, like majorly important, but I just prefer simplicity sometimes. Simplicity for the sake of it being nostalgic. But, like I said, I do get quality of life is important. I don't think a game like this could survive. Now, like if Minecraft didn't really exist and it came out and it was super simple like this, I think it'd be difficult for it to take off and not be considered friend slop or whatever they call it these days. So I get it. Very unique situation, and it was great at the time, and it's great where it is now. But for me, I just really like older Minecraft at times. And the best part about Java is that you have the ability to play old Minecraft. I played some of the Infidev, which my buddy Anomalous Ant is playing through. Dude, such a fun playthrough. You gotta go watch it. But for me, the most nostalgic version is 1.7. So I chose the most updated version of 1.7, which is 1.7.10, I believe. I just chose one from a server hoster mostly, but for that sake. But I chose it, and that's because, this is the mode I spent the most time, and in my mind, is the most Minecraft. This is like a good amount of quality of life, a good amount of things added, but there's still that difficulty of survival. Like, look at my hunger bar, dude. It depleted with me just walking around and barely running, and I'm on normal. If I play normal on the newest version of Minecraft, dude, I'll never run out of hunger ever, it feels like. Which, maybe it's for the best, I'm gonna be honest, because I'm just starving to death. But, yeah, I wanted to play this mode to see if I could do what I thought was impossible as a young lad. And that is beating the Ender Dragon and just having a good time on this playthrough. So yeah, this is 1.7.10. I believe this is before they really revamped world generation, specifically like caves. The Nether is just plain, I believe, at this point still. I think I know. There is no crazy Nether update. It's just straight up that red. It's just the red netherrack, nothing else. So it's going to be a lot different, maybe more difficult to, walk through the terrain and try to find a fortress. But I just never have really gone to that point where I went to a fortress, farmed for powder and blazer rods to then make potions / Eyes of Ender and such from there. I just never did it, and so that's the goal with this playthrough. I'm going to make this intro episode short and sweet. I do want to say I tried to record this episode like twice. First time my mic was like cooked, so hopefully it's better now. But I started in a big desert right next to a mycelium island. Pretty crazy luck, actually. But yeah, and then I wandered over here, lost all my hunger. I'm pretty sad about that. Hopefully find a bed next episode and have a good time. and go from there. And just play like how I would love to play this game. I'm not gonna go too slow, you know. I want it to be interesting, but I want to like build and figure out what it's like, to trade and what trading is like. If I remember right, you can. There is an old version where there is no trading, so I can't remember if that's this one or not. So hopefully, it's been a long time. It's been over 10 years. It's been 12 years since I've actually played 1.7. So yeah. Anyways, this is Swenkly. I hope you stick around, and we'll catch you on the next episode. And hopefully I'm not starving to death too bad the entire time. But I think that's going to be quite a challenge. As well as finding any mobs, because there's just evil ones. So anyways, hey, have a good night.